Hey there, I'm here with Johnny Gomez, who I've known for quite a while.
Yeah,
maybe 7-8 years now.
Probably,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I met you over at the
Time in a Bottle.
Time in a Bottle, the wine bar. There, you were doing police covers.
Yeah.
With who's the singer?
With Devin Vasquez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A while ago.
My buddy was like, "You gotta come down and check this guy out. He's amazing." So,
Thank you.
We went down there. I was like, "Wow, okay, cool." So I was like, "Hey, you want to try some guitars?"
Yeah, man. I remember that. That was awesome.
And we ended up here where you got one of the first Strat style guitars that I made.
It's got the road wear on it now.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I love the road wear.
Number one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got that. Fancy.
Yeah. So what are the pickups in this one?
So I think these pickups are yours.
Right. Do you remember with the MVS?
I don't honestly. I think we went through a few iterations.
Uh-huh.
I know that these are pretty stock, I believe.
Right. With the hotter bridge.
Yeah, and then the bridge,
Right.
we went through a few of them.
Okay.
And I think this is a little bit hotter.
Okay, so it might be the hot version of the
Yeah.
bridge. Okay, but you also have a backplate canceling
Yes.
system on this.
Yep.
Cool.
And that's supposed to, keeps it.
It works, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works. Yeah.
Cool. So, gosh, yeah. So you've been playing. How long have you had this guitar now? For
So this guitar, probably not long after I met you, so maybe 5-6 years.
5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been.
The date is in the pocket, but we don't want to take the neck off.
Yeah.
for that. Cool. So,
yeah, and I think you had the body made.
no, it was a finished a body.
Right.
But I had another neck on it.
Yeah.
And then we ended up making this neck for it.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
was how we ended up with this. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all lacquer finish and everything, I think. So.
Is this? Yeah. You said this was after a car. I think you said you liked.
Yeah, it's a Mazda Miata color.
There you go.
Yeah, I had a bass that matched it.
Badass. Oops.
So, nobody cares.
G-rated.
Yeah, no. whatever happens.
Very cool. All right.
So that from the, I want to talk about your career a little bit.
Oh,
real quick.
sure.
So
Yeah.
so from the wine bar over there in Redlands.
Yeah.
What happened after that for you?
Well,
career-wise?
for a couple years there, I was just kind of. I think by the time you saw me, that was me kind of getting my start, trying to get gigs, and I don't know, how do we do this,
Right.
kind of thing. And then for a few years after that, just kind of kept going like that, and then I moved to Orange County.
Right.
That was probably 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and this ad came up for this cool gig at a theme park out there in Anaheim, and.
Pretty much one of the main theme parks out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it became this really fun show, and then big production, and it was kind of a thing where I hadn't really been doing gigs, and I was just kind of playing in bars and playing in here and there, and then all of a sudden it was like costumes, makeup, choreography,
Full production.
lights, screens,
Wow.
put on a show, and it was like, hey,
Jumping into the deep
I was
end,
hungry,
right?
man.
Yeah.
So I jumped in, and I was like, all right, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing, but
Wow.
something's going to happen. And that went on for about 4 years. And through that, just kind of networking. And
Yeah.
now I'm, different corporate bands, winning bands, and,
Awesome.
just gigging a lot.
So to bookend it on this end, so
Yeah.
you're playing your regular gigs. You still do some stuff at that park, right? With the
Yeah, every once in a while, we get some contracted work with different
Okay.
bands and stuff like that, whether it's inside the park or at the, there's some adjacent stages there and stuff like that.
The one
And
I see a lot is Thomasina.
Thomasina,
Yeah,
yeah, she's
Thomasina.
an amazing singer, and she's got a band, and
Cool.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
And then you're in Long Beach a lot too.
I play in Long Beach a lot.
Cool.
I have a regular gig there at the All Dubliner in Long Beach, and it's fun. It's cool because you're doing all these gigs where you're playing either covers or you're playing another artist's songs, and that's great. I love playing music, but it's cool to come back to that gig because that was one of my first gigs that I had, and I'm still there, and it's pretty cool to go and just
kind of like home base.
It is,
bit. Yeah.
and
yeah.
we kind of just do what we want, and I get to just play.
Cool. Yeah.
Even though we're playing still covers, but it's still cool to just this is where I get to play guitar.
Like an old pair of jeans.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
go there.
comfortable, slide in and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and then from there, I've been doing, I had an original project I'm working on.
Yeah. And so we've seen a video for that.
Yeah.
Is that a full album? What I mean,
it's kind of
coming
been
out in chunks.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out how the whole business works these days.
Right.
You know, obviously it's more singles based now, but you know, I figured whatever. I have a little batch of songs we put together. Me and my partner Dallas Cruz, we put together one EP, the White EP, of just like 5 or 6 tunes, and it was, for me, I was like, I've never done this before, so bear with me. And he was totally supportive, and I've always wanted to do a funk R&B kind of thing. That's kind of, I grew up listening to Prince. That music is just
I definitely could see
feel
the influence there.
Thing, yeah. And so finally came to do this EP, and it was really exciting, and did a few shows, and from that theme park gig, just gained a huge supportive fan base, and you know, they come out to the shows and support, and it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. And then now we did another EP this past October. Yeah. Came out the Pink EP, and just another batch of tunes. And for me, it's like keep learning. You know, the first one was like, I have no idea. Let's just put something together. Yeah. Second one was more like, okay, this is how it works. Let's maybe try this, make it a little more defined. Did a couple music videos, which was more learning.
Quite an experience.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And just, you know, doing the original thing, fronting a band, singing, playing guitar in front of, you know. Yeah. It's been a great experience, a lot of fun.
Yeah, you also did a Jeff Beck thing.
Oh yeah, I do have a Jeff Beck tribute thing that I try to gig as much as possible. Doesn't happen as often as I'd like. Right. But, you know, I guess in the tribute scene, it's kind of obscure, I guess. Right. But anytime I do it, it's so much fun, and you know, it was a very big challenge.
That's a serious undertaking, man.
It sure it was.
I mean, you're feeling your cojones when you're deciding to get out there.
Oh
and do
yeah,
that,
I thought it was kind of like, you know, you should do a Jeff Beck. I was like, man, are you kidding? Like, that would be awesome, but please. Yeah. And I just jumped in. Wow. Another one of those where I just said, here we go, man. I'm just gonna, and that's a whole other thing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's such an influence, you know. So. And that's been a lot of fun. Cool.
Yeah. So we have I mean, this is your main sort of Strat style guitar, right?
Yeah, this is my workhorse.
Cool. And then you have a Jeff Beck Strat that put some funky pickups in. Yeah, stack style, our version of the stack style.
That was definitely a Nordstrand Frankenstein.
But you think that thing's pretty darn close to what he does, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, anytime I do the gig and I play with musicians that are familiar with the music, they're just like, it's uncanny. It's weird. And
wow, what a compliment. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. I mean, my hairs are standing up. Anytime it's like, you know, obviously the guitar has a lot to do with it, but just like, you know, he's such a hero to me. Sure. To hear that, I'm like, well, damn, you should, I mean, try to sit in my shoes for the gig, man. Shoot, you know. Man. But it's fun.
Can't imagine. Cool. So, so you got that one. Yep. And then you've got a GNL ASAT back here.
Yeah, we got this ASAT
and
classic.
And that has our NVT. Yeah. Before we did the Alnico 3 thing, right?
Yeah, so these are 5s.
Those are Alnico 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, you cover a lot of ground with that guitar, right?
Oh yeah, this is like, for the original project, you know, Telecaster for me, that's funk.
Right,
so
right.
This is like...
kind of Prince was...
Exactly.
About Telecaster too,
we got this thing.
Yeah, right on.
The tribute right there.
Cool.
And I think it definitely has its own, you know, its own telly vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Any other tellies I played have a classic telly sound. Right. That, for what I want to do, might be a little on the brighter, sort of wimpy side, I guess you could say. Right. Which works for certain things.
Sure,
and I love
absolutely.
it. Yeah. But this, I don't know. They might be prototypes. I don't even remember.
No, I think those were straight production style. Yeah,
said, put these in there. Yeah. And I said, all right. Yeah.
Cool.
They haven't changed since. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
And then this boat anchor here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think you weighed it at like 11-ish pounds. Wow. So that's a beast.
Yeah. So
that was my first guitar. Used to be my
That has our pickups in it?
Those are yours.
Dude, you've been playing the crap out of this.
Yeah.
They're all worn out.
Yeah.
That's great.
You guys put those on there, and
this thing's got character.
Oh,
so those are NVH?
Yeah, those are. You guys put those. They're not hot or underwound. They're just.
Maybe we could work out a deal where we put just. You can cycle covers through for us, and we can have them like professionally aged by actually being played.
Yeah, I don't know.
Extra ton of money.
Right. It's aged by actual, players on the road or whatever.
Yeah. That legitimate Where? So what do you use this guitar for then?
So this was this was my first guitar. It used to be my dad's, and it was just one of those, that classic story, you know. I found it in the closet, and I was like, what is this? And my dad was like, oh yeah, that thing.
How old were you?
At the time, probably like 11. Wow. And my dad was like, oh, that old thing, kind of thing.
And at this point, you hadn't done...
I hadn't played anything.
Music wasn't even a thing.
So imagine
yet.
starting on a Gibson.
Other than listening to Prince.
Yeah, Prince. At the time, Prince was always just around. That was the music of everything. But at the time, it was around that time, 10 or 11 years old, music made an impact. It was Queen, actually.
Wow, really?
Yeah, my dad played me some Queen. He showed me the Live Killers version of Don't Stop Me Now. Wow. And Brian May's guitar solo, like, my hairs are standing up again. That was like, when I heard that, you know, music's always around, but like when I heard that, I had Bohemian Rhapsody, heard it, all that stuff, but that solo, that feeling that I got, I was like, I want to do that.
Wow.
That's what I want to do. That is crazy.
And then you found this.
And then that showed up. Actually, it's funny because our house burned down, and the one room that survived was my parents' room, and that was
wow.
And
that's crazy, man.
They dug it out. You know, they were like, "Oh, this is the stuff that survived," and I was like,
"What is?"
I had vague recollections of my pop playing that guitar like when I was little.
Yeah.
I was like, this thing, and I just picked it up, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and he showed me like a simple Queen riff.
Yeah.
And it was like a 3-note little, like a kind of like a.
All right. Yeah, yeah.
And man, I played that riff for like 10 hours a day, a month straight. Like that's all I had, but it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, it's so great.
And man, my fingers were getting all the blisters, and like, you know, I remember, you know, asking my dad, like, are you supposed to pick down the whole time? Are you supposed to go up and down?
Right.
And he was like, I don't know, whatever. And I was like, I think it's up and down. That feels good.
That's so great. What a great story. So that's pretty special.
Yeah, and you know, we met, and I thought, you know, I want to try, you know, something a little bit different on this guitar.
Yeah.
And